The thing goes skinny kid pop pop and the poop poop boom. Skia. Boom boom. Boom boom. Yo. God. The thing goes
Welcome to Fantasy and Chill Week 14. I'm your quarterback, Ryan Keller, joined by Britt Crawford.
What's up?
Ethan Hargrave.
What's up? Feels good,
and
man.
Producer Matt.
I saw it. Just hit 800 followers on Instagram. Thanks, all of y'all.
200 followers?
800, but close.
Oh, 800. I thought you said 200. Yeah, we're supposed to be giving away something, right? Britt, you're giving away your Ezekiel Elliott card, right?
Yeah, sign it up. Give us a good review.
Yep, Zeke card and our trophy.
Yeah, Morgan came up to me and was like, y'all have a lot of followers.
Ezekiel Elliott autographed card to the 1,000,000th follower, so.
Now we're talking.
Follower number
that'd be
1
worth
million.
it.
Okay.
No, I'll have
let's-
to pull one out of my collection. We'll see.
Yeah, you got some good ones in there. You had like a Ricardo Lewis. And
Yeah, we don't want no like D.D. Westbrook or something.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, D.D. Westbrook is a hot rookie. All right, let's go. Sorry.
All right, let's start with our fantasy studs.
Fantasy stubs.
Oh, you remember that
First
time?
stud, QB. He was hot beginning of the season. I think he was, number 1 or number 2 QB for pretty much the entire first half of the season. His offenses look like shit the last few weeks, but Alex Smith, 19 for 33, 366 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he added a run for 70 yards where it looked like he might break it for like a 95-yard touchdown or whatever that was.
And I left him on my bench.
Oh, who'd you
Feels
start?
good, man. But Case Keenum was in there, so he got me
not
a
bad.
solid 17. But can you blame me? For the past couple weeks, he looked kind of sloppy. It's the first week of my main league's playoffs. Still dropped a major bomb on my opponent, so I'm not going to complain too much. But I'd be putting kids to sleep right now if I would have started them. But
Literally and figuratively.
yeah, for real.
This game was a fucking shootout, too, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was
is
like
is the Chiefs offense back as far as the passing game? Alex Smith.
so. So Andy Reid relinquished his play calling abilities to an actual offensive coordinator. So Andy Reid benched himself basically, and apparently they want to open it up a little bit more because it turns out Alex Smith ain't too bad at the deep ball, and we saw that in full force. This past Sunday. Now. You think they would have done this already because throughout the season he's just been dropping bombs. I think he leads the league in like plus 40-yard passes, but or he did at one point. But yeah, man, he's definitely going to be starting for me against the Raiders this week for sure.
So looks good to be ramping it up right in time for playoffs.
Hell yeah!
I looked at the game. I was looking at the scores, and like there was 5 minutes into the game, and Travis Kelce already had like 90 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, why don't you tell him about that, Ryan?
Ooh.
We're gonna get to Travis Kelce.
What's up with Kansas City's D though? Jesus Christ!
Oh, when they're pulling old man Revis out from the grave, it's time to start worrying.
Bro,
And Marcus Peters throwing the flags into the stands and all sorts of
Yeah.
shit. going on
what
out
the
there.
hell?
Hey, the Jets are dropping 40 on you. What's your next move?
Speaking of the Jets, our next QB stud, Josh McCown, 26 of 36 for 331 yards and a touchdown. But he also added 7 rushes for 19 yards and 2 touchdowns. So this is his second week in a row scoring at least, I think, 27 points. He's up all the way to QB number 8. Is this a guy you're starting to trust? I mean, that offense has looked pretty solid these last few weeks.
I think he has some upside to him, especially in plus matchups. But I don't think he's necessarily matchup proof. Does that make any sense? I mean, he's good. He's a solid start, I guess.
He's a guy you at least consider starting every week.
Yeah. You could definitely do worse than Mr. McCown. But there are a couple of. Let's see. He's got. I think Denver coming up next. Is that what he got?
Yeah,
I'd start him
so.
versus
Denver,
Denver.
Yeah, at Denver, Mile High. bad matchup the way things been rolling, So they will have Aqib Talib back, but if you're hurting a quarterback, he's definitely somebody that I would look at.
Yeah, he's using his weapons too. I think Curse had 160 yards receiving, and then Robbie Anderson had 122.
Robbie freaking Anderson, bro.
Yeah,
Robbie
man,
Anderson is
fucking
a
breakout.
This McCown's definitely the streamer of the year in quarterback terms.
Streamer of
Yeah,
the
number
year.
8 ranked quarterback right now.
He kind of usurped Eli Manning.
He's outscoring Matt Stafford, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, and Dak Prescott. And Matt Ryan's way down there.
Combined.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
When are we going to give the man some respect?
I think it's
Well, we're talking about him, so.
Yeah, he deserves it.
That's true. He made it to Fantasy and Chill. How much more respect can you get?
I mean,
But does he do it next year? That's the thing. Fitzpatrick had this magic year 2 years ago, and then they signed him that contract, and he's fucking terrible.
well, his last year with the Bears, when he started started pretty much the last half of the season. I mean, he was going off. I remember I played him one game, and he scored me, 35 points. And
I don't even remember that.
The Bucks signed him to be their quarterback, and that didn't exactly work out too well.
Look, this guy actually didn't do too bad in Tampa. I mean, I'm sorry, Cleveland. Didn't do horrible in Cleveland, which is a testament, saying something.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're in the here and now. I think next season he might be something to look at. A really late round flyer.
Wasn't in Manziel the last Browns winning quarterback?
On a Sunday.
Oh, on a Sunday. Oh, okay.
They beat the Chargers last year, but I think it was a Saturday game.
Okay.
Interesting.
He's the last Sunday Browns winner.
The ghost of Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football.
All right, let's go to our running backs. Le'Veon Bell, 18 carries for 76 yards, 5 catches for 106 yards. But the big difference this week was he finally got back in the end zone on, I don't remember how long it was, but the Bengals just completely forgot how to tackle.
35-yard pass and catch.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was around that.
Yeah, he had a couple of long catches, man.
5 catches, 106 yards. I think he was their leading wide receiver.
I mean, the total difference was, and you said it was the fact he got into the end zone.
Yeah, because he had 182 total yards. He had, I think, 176 last week. So he's been getting the yards every week. It's just, is he going to get in that end zone?
I think he had 30 yards.
Turn a really good game into a great game.
Yeah.
Their offense was terrible first half.
Yeah, they looked like doo-doo. Looked like the Texans.
You knew they were going to come back, though. I had that feeling.
After Ryan Shazier went down.
I almost made a really bad joke.
Oh, too soon.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah, they said he's able to move his lower extremities now, so that's good.
Yeah, that was pretty scary. Hit of the night, I think, was Juju, though. I mean, laying the on that beat. Juju on that beat. Hey, at least he showed up somewhere.
Catching passes, yeah.
Because he didn't.
I think Martavis Bryant did better than him.
He didn't show up exactly on the stat line.
Speaking of Martavis Bryant, since Juju's out this next game, Martavis Bryant taking a hit and his value going up?
I would look elsewhere. I think there are better plays.
He had the one deep ball, but he was just in double coverage. They got a penalty on it, but that was the only one I saw go to him.
He was getting some looks.
Next running back is Matt's Lord and Savior, Alvin Kamara. 9 rushes for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns and 5 catches for 66 yards. And, I mean, we say it every week, but he's just an absolute machine. It's stupid how good he is. He's not getting the ball enough. He only got 14 touches. He needs to be getting about 25 touches.
What's his nickname? What are we going with, AK or?
AK-41?
How about he's the new?
No.
Whoa.
Like that.
Mira.
That's a disgrace to Kamara there.
No, yeah, awful, Matt.
Yeah.
I mean,
boo this man.
You call him the bull because he's got that fucking nose ring going on.
hard carrying my ass right now. Feels good, and I heard from one of my many sources that Ingram is dealing with a toe issue, so he may get a couple more carries going into Thursday night. I thought it was kind of they didn't. I've watched the Saints games throughout the season since I have Kamara myself. Plus, he's just fun to watch. But Usually they use them a little bit more. Like they'll swap like every other play. They'll swap them out, right? Well, this game, it looked like they were kind of keeping them fresh, I guess, for the second half of the game. It looked like, and then I realized, oh, they got a game on Thursday, so maybe they're trying to keep him a little, on the spry side, I guess. For
what
Thursday.
About Chevy Camara?
No.
No, you're stretching it.
No.
Matt.
No.
Yeah.
Between the four of us, surely we can come up with something.
We'll come up with something. But
Maybe,
I don't know if I saw a
listen-
set. I'm gonna ask y'all a quick question. Let's
Right.
play closest to this number, right? How many yards per touch do you think he's averaging right now?
12.
I'm gonna say 9.5.
Well, goddamn,
Yeah,
you think
I'd
he's
say it's
fucking
around.
Superman?
Give me
I
a
think it's around,
second.
like, 9.
I'll get the right number.
You're making the stat look worse, but he's averaging 8.4 yards per touch on 145 touches.
That's
which
ridiculous.
is still insane.
It's still sick. Yeah, I mean his yards per carry too are just out of this world. Like he's Bo Jackson plus when he gets touches. He just and you know what the difference between him and I guess like maybe like a Lev Bell is he doesn't really truck people per se, but he's so damn elusive. Like
He is hard to tackle, man.
when he catches the ball, his first instinct is not to run forward, which is a lot of the tacklers. They'll take a proper angle, but he'll just be like, "Oh, hold up," and just kind of float away from him, and then break off another 10 yards. Like, ooh, fun to
Dude,
watch.
Saints haven't had a running game like this since Ricky Williams, though. Like that one year, I think he averaged like 28 touches a game.
It's so fun to watch him and Ingram. It's a testament to that line what they're doing because they have. I mean, Ingram's like what number 3 right now, something like that. He broke off a 75-yard run. He can do work. So that line deserves a lot of credit, man. They're taking a lot of pressure off of Drew Brees, and they can, Drew Brees can just pick his spots now.
It's just crazy the improvement they made.
Yeah.
We gotta
In 1
quit
year.
talking about him, or I'm gonna not be able to stand up after a while.
I mean, come on, bro. You're supposed to come without a loaded weapon.
6 to midnight over there.
it's getting close. Half chub.
Kamar going top 5 next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's looking more and more like it. All right, let's go to wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. And, I mean, we already talked about Alex Smith throwing the deep ball, but, I mean, when you got Tyreek out there, you can just kind of chunk it up and let him go get it.
He was burning safeties, dude. It wasn't even close. I mean, shit, Kelsey was burning safeties, but Tyreek Hill just got separation. And it was bye-bye. And the safeties actually ain't that bad for the Jets. The coverage for the Jets, it hasn't been that bad all season. So maybe this is the new offensive coordinator, quote unquote, doing work. But yeah, look disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, just great timing going right when playoffs start. Couldn't ask for anything more from Tyreek Hill.
Hopefully Alex Smith, well, Ethan already said he sat him, but hopefully these Alex Smith and Tyreek Hill performances didn't come for naught with people not trusting them anymore and sitting them.
They got a pretty decent schedule coming up, too. Now, the only guy you're hoping on for now is Kareem Hunt. When's he going to break out?
I don't know.
Maybe his yards per carry hadn't been too bad. He just didn't get much work.
All right, let's go to our next wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar, having a good game again, like the beginning of the season. 7 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown, and this came on 12 targets.
Yeah, his past 2 games. I mean, even last week he had 15 points.
So he's getting back into form like he was earlier in the season when
Yeah.
Derek decided to keep him and drop Alshon Jeffrey, but I got to bring that up at least once this show.
Best move.
Is he going to take over the number 1 spot from Alshon Jeffrey?
Yeah, Aguilar had the
No.
nice.
You see that contract Jeffrey just signed?
Yeah, he got
He's their
paid.
number
He's
one.
done now.
Yeah.
What does he got?
He's their number 1.
Yeah, all of a sudden he'll be popping up on your injury report here pretty soon. Old Alshon, I don't know. I'm sure some people haven't forgotten. Surely they haven't. That being an Alshon Jeffries owner was a lot like being what's his face, a Jordan Reed owner. Basically, every week it was like, okay, he's on the injury report. Is he gonna make it? He's got the sniffles. Is he gonna make it? But,
He always usually plays, though. It's always
this
a
year's
split.
contract year. So
Ertz might not play this week too. He's dealing with concussion, so
yeah. So maybe looks at Aguilar. Maybe they got some dude named Burton, I think.
that's their
yeah,
backup
Trey
plan. He'll make it on later in the
Yeah,
show.
we'll talk about him a little later.
I figured. But,
All right, last guy. I had to throw a tight end in there, even though I hated it. But another one of Matt's boys. Matt had quite a few on the studs list this week. But Travis Kelce, 4 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns.
dirty.
And like Britt said, they were both in the first quarter. So I think he had 21 points, like Britt said, I think 5 minutes into the game.
21.
21.
Yeah, he must have had like 1 catch for 3 yards the rest of the game.
I think he really did. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't keep going to him. He's one of their most consistent offensive players this year. Like Tyreek Hill's been boom or bust every other week, and hopefully they just keep throwing it deep because it seems to be working if their defense wants to step
He
up.
actually overtook Gronk as the #1 spot now, beating him by a point, and now Gronk's suspended this week.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Gronk
Da-na-na,
suspended.
da-na-na.
Gronk
Okay.
suspended, Juju suspended, Iloka suspended, or Iloka.
Who
So
cares?
many
Ryan
suspensions.
Shazier suspended.
Whoa,
Matt,
Matt. Come
Someone
on, man.
This podcast has
tasteless.
class, okay? If there's
Yeah.
one
So
thing that
tasteless.
has class.
Yeah, I mean Kelsey just doing Kelsey things, man.
Yeah, just looking forward
That's
to more of
simple.
his dances.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah.
I'm looking
Okay.
forward to no touchdowns for him this week.
I
Yeah,
think
gonna
I think
happen.
we kind of overlooked a couple of people. Just gotta throw this out here.
Okay.
Honorable mentions. Kenyon Drake. Come on.
Honorable studs.
Oh, are these
Come
going to
on,
be
Kenny
guys under
Drake.
your team? Because
Hell yeah, they're gonna be my team because I played them. It feels so good, man. When you got Rex Burkhead on the bench, he puts up 22 and you ain't flinching, then you did something right?
If we're
I'm
going to
buying
do
though.
that, Alex
Kenyon
Collins,
Drake.
man.
Just a week too late, man.
Yeah,
A
a
week
week.
too late.
We had need him to get 20. He gets it this week, not last week.
Jamal Williams. Feels good. 20 points.
Derrick
else?
Henry and Alfred Morris, too. I was pretty surprised. And then this fucking Peyton Barber guy seems like the guy to own in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just don't know
Guys,
what's going on.
we're
Dude,
getting
He'll make it later
on
on.
the list.
All right, yeah.
Read the
I just-
paper
I
that I send you before the show.
I just
Come
had to
on,
give
man.
I
a
don't
shout out to
read
my
that.
team.
Well, I know
team.
We
that.
know.
Obviously.
It's got to hold on for.
Last week you wanted us to keep going on waiver wire. We named like 2 guys. Like, "What is it?" I know I wrote down 20 fucking names, Britt. We're getting there.
Pick him up.
It's got to hold on for the next round, man. Because
Hey, I got a guy.
Ooh.
Drew Brees. Oh wait, we're about to talk about him, aren't we?
I mean, was that a
Yeah.
joke or I don't
Yeah.
all
save the jokes for us, Matt.
right,
Yeah,
all right.
let's.
I'm being selfish. All right.
All right, let's go to a next little segment. I didn't know what to call this segment. I just wrote down players we're depending on. I couldn't think of a cool name. But
Your guy, man.
Players you're depending on.
players we're depending on.
That is terrible.
This is the depends all.
Need to
in
have
moment.
that.
There you go.
Brought to you by Depends.
You need to have
Okay,
that
so-
Bob Seger song in the background, like a rock, something like that. You know.
Basically,
Yeah,
what I
can
wanted
you
to do
copyright?
is everybody think of one player that they're depending on this week in their playoff matchup, whether that be someone that hasn't performed that they need to step up, whether that be someone that usually performs well and just need to keep it going. So the guy that I picked this week was Drew Brees. So ever since I acquired Drew Brees, he's been a decent quarterback, putting up between 14 and 22 every week. But for those that don't know, I'm playing Matt in playoffs, and we already had our first round, and Matt has a 27-point lead on me, even though my team performed well. Scores 137 to 110. So I need a vintage Drew Brees performance. I'm talking 30 points, 3 or 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Nothing to Kamara, though. Nothing to Kamara.
That's
Every-
wishful thinking.
Give me some vintage Drew Brees. I love it.
See, that's
going,
actually
going to Atlanta. Atlanta Saints, those are big matchups right there.
Yeah.
that's actually something I was thinking about. You mentioned passes to Kamara about mitigating the other team's explosiveness on offense. Like what it, is that a strategy that you could use to some effect? And it's kind of scary, really. No,
I was looking at his last year's stats because I wanted to have a little comparison on how much they've been running the ball this year. And last year, through this point, he had 8 300-yard games and 2 400-yard games. Right now, he only has 3 300-yard games this year.
That's a running team now, man.
Yeah, he's had one 3-touchdown passing game, and last year he had 7 through this point.
All I need is one. Just give me one, Drew. That's all I want.
I mean, you got a bunch of beasts back there. Why?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're just running the ball. Yeah, I like it.
Well, maybe if Ingram is banged up, they won't run it as much. So.
Yeah, they'll probably run it with someone else.
The one negative you have is I think True Font's coming back, which is actually their stud, the Atlanta stud in the backfield. So we're about to see what happens. But hey, it could be an awesome ass shootout that we get on Thursday night.
That's what I'm hoping for.
But it's on Thursday night.
Maybe we'll get a replay of that 49ers Rams game.
Maybe.
I'll go for one of those.
Maybe
we'll get a Texans Bengals. Who knows?
Ooh. Texans anything.
Yeah, Thursdays are just crazy this year. You don't know what you're getting.
Hey, speaking of Texans, before I forget, we've shit on a lot, but I think Tom Savage had like 16 fantasy points on Sunday. That was his best game. Aside from the pick in the end zone to lose the game. Great game, Tom Savage.
Did someone say they're depending on Savage for them to do
No, we're not depending on him.
No.
Oh.
But the Texans did let him throw the ball 49 times on Sunday.
Plus matchup this week against the Niners.
Tom Savage is streamable this week?
Negative.
I'd rather take the other QB on the other side of the football.
Just put a fucking jugs machine back there. Just toss them up.
Oh, man.
Well
okay,
said.
so Drew Brees is my guy, my dependable moment there. Ethan, why don't you talk to us a little bit about Return of the Dead here, Josh Gordon?
Hey. Lord and Savior, Josh Gordon. Okay.
Do you have a poem for us this week?
No, I don't have a poem this week. I'm playing oh shit, I'm dropping some. I'm playing Mr. Mom today, so I didn't have time to write a poem. But
Jesus, get to what you need him to do.
Look, I just need him to blow up, okay? He had a pretty hard matchup this week. I mean, considering he came back for the first time, this is his first game in the past 3 years. He was going against one of the toughest corners in the league, and he put up 85 yards plus, I think, on this guy who's only allowed Odell Beckham to do such a thing this past season. So, I just need him to ball. I just need him to be Josh Gordon. He's got a plus matchup against Green Bay. I just need him to just. I mean, I really feel like Josh Gordon is gonna pull it together. This week.
They showed they're not afraid to target him at all.
No,
so.
no, really. Just he should have had 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Deshaun Kaiser just fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude, look. Just tell Kaiser left or right, and just tell him to draw back and just throw it to the left side of the field, and that's where Gordon will be.
That's what they should be doing, like Brissett with Hilton. Just fucking throw it deep to him every time, but they're not doing that. Same thing. So
really, this isn't me. I guess I'm not really saying I need Josh Gordon to show up. I need Deshaun Kaiser to man the fuck up and just throw the damn ball.
That's a scary thought. Depending on
you're gonna need a poem for that one if you want that to happen.
So there may be a little grieving poem next
Make it
week.
a haiku.
Haiku. I'll make it a haiku. I'm pretty good at haikus. So, but anyways, Josh Gordon, man, I really feel like he's gonna win people a lot of championships that show faith. But
for some reason I still thought you were saying Deshaun Kaiser and
Deshaun Kaiser. No, Deshaun Kaiser. If Josh Gordon will help you win a championship in spite of Deshaun Kaiser, the end.
Well, there you have it.
Ethan, when do you get Zeke back?
Week 16, baby. Let's go. Championship. It's coming. I'm feeling it. Let's go.
So you're starting Josh Gordon in your playoffs.
No, dude, okay, look, my wide receivers have either been hurt or ghosting right now, okay?
Dude, Kenyon Drake and Jamal Williams got him 40 points. Whoever he starts is going to get him points, okay?
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Ethan
this
is the
week,
Zen master.
this is Daddy. This is where Daddy lives. Okay, Daddy lives in playoff zone. This is what I live for. I've never missed a playoff. It turns out I thought I missed a playoff in one of my leagues. Did not. I've never missed a playoffs in my 6+ years of playing fantasy football. Playoffs. This is where I live. Okay, this is where I stay. Playoffs. I'm ready. Let's go. Championship. It's mine this year. Feeling good. Feeling
You
good.
have it.
All right, my guy,
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, sure.
Devontae
Yeah.
Freeman. I mean, dude, he had the start of the year. I think he had 5 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks. I was feeling good. They go on a bye week. Since then, since week 6, he has not had a touchdown. He's gotten concussed, a shoulder injury. I know he's a good back. 12 carries, 74 yards versus Minnesota. I will take it this week. I just need him to do good. I'm not in the playoffs, but
Britt, I was going to say, who are you playing in your playoff matchup?
oh, good burn. Says the kid. Because the kid gonna
Got
lose Matt,
him.
just like I called it. Matt
Got
and Turpin in the
him.
championship.
Oh, yeah, Matt and Turpin.
What'd I say?
Turpin scored 70 points this week.
Looks like
And he's beating the shit out of Keegan.
Well, he's not beating me, but we're not playing, so.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
Devontae Freeman, he's yeah.
Yeah, Keller trying to throw us off course, man. But yeah, playing New Orleans should be a shootout. Thursday night football, bad defense, so it's in a dome.
Now I feel like a lot of
You know how I feel about dome games.
people have put a lot of
Do we?
stock into Devontae Freeman too. So
Yes, I
Time to
made that
show up.
very clear last week when I believe Keller said Atlanta, there was no way they were losing that game versus the Vikings.
I don't know if I said no
Ryan?
way, but I said they were going to win.
did we have a Whataburger on that?
I think we did. I think me and Ethan had the Vikings.
No, the Whataburger was from Phillip Rivers beating Ben
Can we
Roethlisberger.
roll a tape? I think we got a negative. We canceled out our Whataburgers here, man.
No, we'll send it into Elias Sports Bureau and get them to get back to us.
Oh,
I would never bet against Keenum, first of all.
Sure.
We had a pretty in-depth argument over the weekend about Keenum
we did.
with one of the fellow
There were
podcasters.
a few beers involved, but got a little
A few,
heated.
yeah. But he
Are
deserves
y'all
some respect now.
gonna divulge on the argument?
No, because it just turns into like an A&M U of H thing and the same argument we argue every time and gets out of hand. You know.
Oh, okay.
It was mostly Turpin who's not here.
Speaking of A&M, Jimbo Fisher. Whoop! How you like that, Britt? What
Best coach we could have got, I guess. Yeah.
do you mean, I guess?
Feels good, man.
Damn.
Yeah,
have a
I don't know.
snoring drop.
I'm kind of skeptical. I'm a little skeptical.
Okay, well, forget you then. All right, Matt, your guy. Shady, LaShawn McCoy. What do you got to say about him?
Give me 1 second while I pull him up on screen for all the viewers, you know. What do I have to say about him? Well, what I have to say about him is if Nathan Peterman's starting, I'm a little worried, as I should be. But he didn't do too bad. For those that don't know, actually, Tyrod Taylor might not play this week. But he didn't do too bad the last time Peterman started. I think he had like 15 carries for like 100-something yards.
Weren't they playing Joe Webb?
I saw him in there for like one snap, but I think Peterman came in later.
No.
I don't think Joe Webb played that much. Yeah, he's going against the Colts this week, and Colts aren't very good, but the Bills with Peterman aren't very good. So
Hey,
I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about him. If y'all had him on y'all,
I got him. I got him in a couple of my leagues. It's a first round of the playoffs in the leagues that I have him in. So he's got a plus matchup this week. You just got to make it. Indianapolis is a freaking dumpster fire. Okay, straight up. If it wasn't for the Browns and the Texans being who they are this year, the Colts would just be the laughing stock, I think, of the NFL. So you got to feel good about it, right? So we just got to get through this week as McCoy bros, okay? We just got to get
Okay.
through this week
I'll be your
and
bro.
then see what happens on the when we get to the other side, because I think Tyrod Taylor's going to come back and it's going to make things a little bit better,
God, I hope so.
All right,
And
let's,
somehow they are in the wild card hunt too. You got to bring that up. So they're at least playing for something. So it's not like they're
They're
just gonna They're not just going to tank from here on out.
They show
Even
flashes.
though it seems like they want to, they're not going to.
They either come out as a super dominant team and they're like, damn, these guys could win. You know, this could be a deep playoff team. And then some weeks they come out and they're like, where's their defense? Did anybody show up? Like, what's going on? Where's the offense?
Where's their defense? Why is Nathan Peterman in the game? Why is
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor benched this game? I don't.
Yeah, it's an odd story this year
Why
for the
do they have a
Bills.
football team in Buffalo, New York?
Exactly.
Hey man, I got family up there. They need
Bills
something
That
to
explains
do.
a
Right?
lot.
You can only go to the bars so many days a week before you just want to jump off some trailers into a table.
All right, let's go to the waiver wire here.
Waiver claims.
Waiver claim. I thought you were going to update that.
Yeah, I'm gonna update it.
Nothing but the best.
All right, first guy, wide receiver Jermaine Kearse. Over his last 2 games, he's had 16 catches for 262 yards and a touchdown. We already talked about how Josh McCown is on a roll. That entire offense is on a roll. I mean, Jermaine Kearse needs to be picked up, right?
At
There
this
are
point,
worse options.
at this point, I think he does. And if you look at his targets he's getting, I think they've increased every single week since week 6. He's had back-to-back 100-yard games, getting the red zone targets. Josh McCown looking like a god, kind of. You're picking him up.
Josh McGod.
What?
Josh McCown.
There's only one. Whoa. There's only one Josh that can be the Lord and Savior.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, come on.
Josh Freeman.
Joshua.
Yo, Josh Freeman's like dead, bro.
Yeah, I heard that. He died.
Wait, seriously?
If he ain't on my fantasy room, I don't give a
I thought he
shit.
really died, man. Fuck.
He did.
All right, going along with Jermaine Kearse, these are all guys that are owned in less than, or they're 50% available at least in your league. So Josh McCown's our next guy. We already talked about him a lot, but he has scored over, I think it's over 27 points his last 2 games. And like we said, he's all the way up to QB number 8. So if you've got a struggling QB, if you're still starting guys like Mariota or Derek Carr or Matt Stafford, guys like that every week,
Just start
Dak
McCown over
Prescott.
Dak.
I
I don't think this week I can just because Dak has a juicy matchup. But
How many points did Dak have on Thursday night?
I think he had 15.
he had 15.
It's not bad.
It's not good,
It's not
though.
good, but
It's me.
The thing is,
I don't know
with
the
Dak, I don't
counts.
know if you're getting that you're not getting that ceiling anymore with Dak. You're just going to get around 20 points, probably lower than that.
I think you gotta start looking elsewhere. And if Dak's putting, doing 15 points, 17 points, you gotta look elsewhere. But yeah, because I think Matt's right.
so if you're a Dak owner, McCown may be your guy.
maybe.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
tough, though.
Yeah, I think I'm
It's a
still
tough-
rolling Dak out there.
What about if he throws up another 8 or something?
Well, then yeah, I'll probably replace him.
I mean, McCown's been a solid 15 each and every week. And Dak just scored 15 last week, which I think was like his highest in 3 weeks.
It was.
Yeah,
Great
so
nose.
well, you should. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
All right, wide
my-
receiver for the Dolphins, Kenny Stills, putting together a solid little run here. On Sunday, he had 5 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. And, I mean, if you're looking for just a flex guy that's going to get you around, I mean, his floor has been about 6 or 7, which isn't bad for a flex guy. And if he throws a touchdown in there, I mean, you're looking at about close to 15 points. So he's solid.
Standard numbers here too. So
Yeah, we're talking standard numbers.
I feel more comfortable with Matt Moore back there when it comes to Kenny Stills
Things that
Because
have never
the-
been said before.
because of the bromance. But I think he's kind of usurping. I think Parker out there right now a little bit. But somebody's ghosting out there. For sure.
This was the first time he's gotten the most targets on the team while Jay Cutler has been starting.
Maybe Smoking Jay was like, "Hey, this guy's fast. I should throw him the ball."
So I can't throw anyone else the ball, so I might as well try this guy.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
look, we
going to
won
throw
the
Jarvis
game.
Landry these 7-yard passes. So,
Well, Britt, it's like 2 or 3, okay? Let's
I
not
mean-
overshoot it there.
2 or 3, and then let Jarvis Landry run for 4 yards.
they were clowning on Miami the entire time, anyways. I mean,
As they should.
on Denver. So
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
they were
Denver
clowning on
is
Denver,
worse than
so.
Miami somehow.
Yeah, there's so many bad teams out there this year. So many.
Who's better, Denver or the Texans?
At least we have some excuses with all the injuries.
Yeah, ours are much more injury related, I'd say. So I'd say as a whole, the Texans organization this year.
Oh, well, yeah.
is
You
better.
got Watson sitting down.
We got Watson. They got the Brock Lobster. Okay,
John
All right,
Elway is
next.
not doing very well with
baby
quarterbacks
Joe,
right now.
come back.
Next running back, we talked about him a couple weeks ago when he played his first game and he looked pretty good out there. But Mike Davis back for the Seahawks. He had 20 total touches and 101 total yards. And, I mean, he's going to get the bulk of the action going forward. He's the best thing they've had since Chris Carson went out. So, I mean, he's a guy that you can probably plug into your flex and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah,
Although he's playing the Jaguars this week, which is a tough matchup. But
no, yeah. I'm picking him up, but I don't trust him yet. Pick him up, see what he does this week.
He's a stash.
Yes, definitely.
A stasher. 331 stash it.
That's another thing I had about the waiver wire is, are you really stashing anyone at this point with the hopes that they do something in a couple weeks?
No, you're trying to find the hot guys.
it's
Yeah,
put up or
exactly.
shut up time.
You may have a weakness. I mean, there are teams out there that have the ability to stash somebody. There's somebody out there who has a good team, yet they're still rolling with Doug Martin or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I was going to ask,
it
so like,
doesn't hurt.
with like Mike Davis, would you rather stash him on your bench or go out and find a defense for the next week that you can play?
We're talking situationals here, you know.
Yeah,
Here,
if you're in
Matt,
the
if I
playoffs-
can reference a quote from last week, Matt, I like to play the better players towards the end of the year. I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I
we're
stand by
looking
us.
for the.
Maybe
No,
I
stand
think
by
it
us
was I
there.
like to play the players that get the most points. I think it was something like that. That is a good strategy, I gotta say.
Well, y'all know what I mean. You're not taking risks towards the end of the year, right?
No,
You're not playing like I have T.Y. Hilton on my bench and he just went off, but he's still staying on my bench because I don't want to risk him busting and then I lose my playoff matchup.
You know, some people they have nothing to lose, and they're just gonna throw that wild card in too. You know, like me with Josh Gordon. You know, me with half my team. Really, think about it, right? But yeah.
Yeah, I think with the exception of a couple guys on this list, though, you want to find like a defense that you can play the next week.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of scares me about Mike Davis is like when Russell Wilson, the Seahawks get down to like the red zone pretty much, Russell Wilson's going to be the one to run it in.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to rely on running backs.
I will say the Jaguars' run defense hasn't been the cream of the crop, but their passing defense is where it's at. So
Elite.
maybe they will. It's one of those deals. Maybe they will run the ball a little bit more. But the Seahawks and running are not. They haven't been compatible hardly all year.
Speaking of Jaguars and running, Leonard Fournette finally got himself a damn touchdown this week.
Hey, look at that!
Yeah, the Colts ran for 100 yards on the Jags last week.
It was his first touchdown since a picture gate, so
Picture.
that was good to see.
He also tweeted at all the fantasy football owners, coaches, saying he's running against an 11-man box and he's not Hercules out there or something like that.
Stop
That is
tripping.
true.
All right, next guy, running back, Giovanni Bernard for the Bengals. Joe Mixon took a big hit last night. He might be out next week. So if he is, what's his face? The other guy is on the IR.
Jeremy Hill.
Jeremy Hill's on the IR. So Giovanni Bernard will be the guy next week. Is he worth maybe a flex start next week if he's the only guy back there?
He looked good. He
Yeah.
looked real good last night with the opportunities that he got. He actually looked really good.
I thought Andy Dalton looked pretty good back there too.
And Dalton played a pretty good game, but I'd say Giovanni Bernard is definitely worth the look.
He is, but I mean, they go. Who do they play?
They're playing the Bears
Chicago
this week.
and at Minnesota. I mean, he's got Detroit in Week 16, but not playing him versus Minnesota.
Mixon will be back by then too.
Yeah, I mean, wait, who does?
So it might just be for this week then against Chicago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, I'm not flexing him though.
Just depends on maybe
Not in playoffs.
Depends on your league though. Like if you're
What if you had Joe Mixon
desperate.
though and that was your flex?
Then you're not in the playoffs.
Might be.
Just joking.
There's 12-team leagues out there that
No,
have
but
Yeah.
six
you're not in
teams
the
in
playoffs.
playoffs.
I was just attributing.
He's worthy of a flex play this week. Don't listen to Britt.
Turpin making an
I'm
appearance.
just saying.
Hey, Turpin.
Yeah.
The obligatory Turpin
He
sighting
just
right
wants
there.
to be back with us.
No low T.
Low T, no
Low
T.
Low T, no D.
Look, Austin Kamara's just a scat back Turpin.
Damn, they roasting you over here, man.
That's what he gets.
All right, running back Peyton Barber. He had 27 total touches, 143 yards. He looked pretty damn good back there. Nothing for Jaquiz Rogers this week.
Yeah, that's
all
what I'm
Peyton
surprised
Barber.
with. I thought for sure this was going to be a jizz week. And
I was going to be a Jizz week.
I guess they're just in full, blow it up mode. Just figure out who's good, who's bad.
Is Doug Martin done, or is he coming back?
I don't know. That's what I was looking at. He is the highest projected running back right now for Tampa Bay, but I'm not sure.
Ethan, you're a resident Dougtologist.
Yeah, so right now I think that I don't think that you can trust Doug Martin at all. Peyton Barber, he actually didn't look too bad this past week. He had some good runs. He's a young guy. He wants to make it on an NFL team. Doug Martin's out after this year. I think he just signed an extension at some point in the offseason, but he's out, dude. He's going to go find another team. This Dirk Cutter is fighting for his coaching life, basically. So you may see Doug out there a little bit, but right now I think just the way the system is and the way everything is going, Peyton Barber's probably the guy to own back there.
Yeah.
But I would trust nobody back there.
I
He
just
deserves
noticed
at
that
least
running
half the
back they
carries.
drafted, Jeremy McNichols, isn't even on the team anymore. He's with the 49ers.
Oh, really?
They fucking – between Aguayo and that running back, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is just a terribly run organization.
Yeah.
Better than Cleveland. Would you rather
Hey,
pick
did y'all
up?
see-
Would you rather pick up Barber or Bernard this week?
I'd go
Probably
Bernard.
Barber.
Barber, yeah,
For
just
this
because he
week?
has a better matchup and the schedule coming forward.
Okay. I also agree.
Just
I
one
had to
week.
throw that out there.
I went on Giovanni.
Did you see that story where it said, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up, but Gruden would consider going to the Giants if Eli Manning was the quarterback there? I think
I don't
Gruden
believe
is
it.
just pulling all these people's fucking strings.
Well, Herm
I don't see
Edwards
why he
came
would-
back, so
Why he would ever leave ESPN, because he's getting paid so much money to just call Monday Night Football.
I know, but he even said if Eli Manning's there, like maybe he's just fucking joking, or you know what I'm saying?
Maybe
I mean, the
he's
Giants
just,
is a premier coaching job. Like,
Maybe
regardless
he's just
of
underhandedly piling on Macadont.
yeah,
You know, like saying, "Look, this guy is a good quarterback. You dumbass. This is why you're gone." You know, it could be kind of like a nod towards to Eli.
Yeah. I can see.
All right, let's go
Come back,
to
he's got
running
slick
back.
his hair.
Adrian Peterson is questionable this week, might not play again. So Kerwin Williams, he had 16 carries for 97 yards. This was our week 1 waiver wire special coming back into the waiver wire. Kerwin Williams
full circle.
came full
Every time I hear his name, I think of paint for some reason.
Paint.
Kerwin
Oh, I know.
Williams, Sherwin.
I see.
It just sounds. I mean, come on, deep league flyer.
We've come so far since the week 1 big waiver priority was, are you going to pick up Kerwin Williams or Tariq Cohen? A long time ago.
If you pick either one up, you're disappointed. Yeah, I don't. They're not
Basically,
sure if
man.
Peterson's playing this week, and they're playing against the Titans, who have a pretty, they're above average run defense. I mean, yeah, deep leagues you pick them up, I guess.
Deep league flex.
All right. Wide receiver Marquise Goodwin, with Garoppolo coming into the fold, he had his highest targets and catches day. He was 8 for 8 on his catches for 99 yards. I mean, with Garoppolo back there instead of Beat Hard, does he have a higher ceiling here?
Playing against
Oh,
the
yes.
Texans this week.
Playing against the
Start
Texans.
him.
This is my wide receiver pickup of the week. I'm praying to God I can get him off the waiver wires. But
Hopefully your league ain't listening.
I mean, yeah. So it don't matter, Daddy's gonna get him one way or the other. But
Yep, probably good pick and play versus the Texans this
yes,
week.
he's going up against the Texans. Garoppolo is looking pretty good. This guy's got world-class speed. Whoa.
Who is that?
Oh, just for Garoppolo, he's the Tom Brady Jr.
Yeah.
But the Texans DBs cannot handle this guy. So he's looking
Can't handle
good.
anybody.
He's looking good, okay? Just get this guy.
Alrighty.
Pick him up.
You heard it here first. Marquise Goodwin, wide receiver pickup of the week.
Pick him up.
All right, next guy, running back, Rod Smith. Now, Alfred Morris had the big game last week on Thursday Night Football, but not to be outdone, Rod Smith has scored a touchdown in 2 straight weeks.
It looks like he gets a lot more the third down kind of situational looks down at the end zone, at the goal line. So he's not a bad play. He's just I think he's kind of high risk.
Oh, he's definitely high risk, but
Boom or bust. He's boom or bust.
You could do worse.
You could do worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we already mentioned a little bit, but Zach Ertz is questionable, might not play. If he doesn't, Trey Burton will be the Eagles' starting tight end, and we know the Eagles love their tight ends.
And they love this guy. He's got a good skill set when it comes to receiving.
He had 4 catches after Ertz went out?
Yeah, so and he's got a good skill set, and you got to think that there's going to be a lot of emphasis on Alshon if he's playing, and maybe Aguilar if he's out there, whatever. But this might be a good pickup. But this is somebody that I would have to keep an eye out on and pick up maybe like on Friday or something. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, last time.
Now, if you're an Ertz owner or if you're a Gronk owner, this is the guy you're looking at.
Yeah.
Last time Ertz was out, he had 2 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. Plus, he's on a good offense, top 2 offense right now.
Yeah.
Who were they playing this week again?
They're
LA?
playing the LA Rams. Yes,
Yeah, the
2
Rams
high-scoring
at LA.
teams.
Yeah.
Gonna be
I guess
fun.
so.
Gonna be
Number
a
1
fun
versus
game.
number 2, Jared Goff versus Carson Wentz.
Ooh, baby.
Who y'all got in that game?
Is it going to be in LA or is it going to be?
Give me the
Oh,
Rams.
yeah, it's at LA. Yeah, I'm taking golf. They got to travel
Yeah.
back to back, going to the West Coast twice. in a
That's
row.
rough, man. That's rough. Yeah, give me
the
golf.
Rams. The Eagles are about to lose 3 games in a row.
Yep.
Put it on the board.
I think they play. Who do they play next week? The Falcons, I think.
Oh wait, no, 3 games in a row.
Who do they play next week? They play someone that I think they're going to lose to.
The Giants.
Okay, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was 3 and 4. Who do they play after the Giants?
Oakland, and then Dallas. So no.
I had them losing one of those games.
You talking about the Rams or the Eagles?
The Eagles.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking of something else. Forget that.
No, you're talking about the Texans.
Yeah, I think the Texans are going to lose 3 in a row.
Bold statement.
How many games are left?
21.
All right, 3, 4.
4 games left. That's how many they're going to lose.
Probably.
It was a joke, but y'all didn't answer it very quickly.
Probably.
Remember, let us make the jokes.
It's okay. We get that high number 1 pick. Oh, wait. Never mind. We got all
But at least we get that top second round. Oh, don't even get the top second
yeah.
round pick.
Hey, it's okay. All you need is D-Watt.
the baby goat.
All right, let's go to wide receiver. These last few guys are kind of, they're reaches here, but if you're in a deep league, maybe you take a look at these guys. Mike Wallace, he's had 5 catches for 116 yards. The Ravens, I don't know if I'd play anybody on that Ravens offense.
That's a 16-team deep dish right there, brother.
This is the ultimate boomer bust guy. Going back like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, these next 2 guys are tight ends. Like we said earlier, if you're a Gronk owner or an Ertz owner and you're looking for a tight end this week, Julius Thomas has emerged as a pretty big red zone target in Miami. Or you can go with David Njoku, who's had 2 straight games with at least 4 catches, and he had a touchdown last week.
I like
Okay.
Njoku. That dude's a freak.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, outside of Burton, if I knew Burton was gonna play this week for sure or start, I would take him. But if not, this Njoku guy, I was watching him because Josh Gordon, he actually ain't that bad. He's not too bad, and I think Josh Gordon helps that out a little bit. He's actually been kind of a. I mean, and we all know that tight ends are the comfort, the safety blanket of any rookie QB. He's actually seen seen a lot of action. I think this whole season is just Deshaun.
All right, I'm gonna throw out one more tight end that maybe was dropped in your league, and he came back this week with Jameis Winston coming back, had 2 touchdowns. He's still the number 6 scoring tight end, and that is Cameron Brate. If he's available, we picking him back up?
Perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
He still only had 2 catches, but they were both touchdowns. So
he's a solid red zone threat.
Hey,
Jameis Winston likes him a lot.
How about that Jack Doyle solid floor?
When did I say
real solid?
Floor?
You starting him again this week? We're talking about tight ends.
I know, but you're putting solid floor like that was a quote from me or something.
It was a quote from you and Matt. I listened to the podcast and took notes. Y'all both said that. Want to bet?
Show me your notes. Oh, wait, you don't have a webcam. Sorry.
I have right here.
Oh, I can't see it. Sorry.
Jack Doyle, consistent floor.
That was true. That was true until this week.
He did have a consistent floor.
What do you mean? 2 weeks ago, he had 0.9 versus Pittsburgh. I was just saying, remember when I said, consistent floor, he gave me negative 0.4 when I started.
With tight ends, you're looking for targets.
We're talking about tight ends.
Jack Doyle is terrible. Don't play him.
He still gets the targets.
Are you playing him this week?
Yes, I'm playing him this week.
Jesus Christ.
Who else am I going to play, Britt?
Just give it to Matt. What do you mean? We're talking about the waiver wires right now. We're giving you guys.
Yeah, and I'm not starting any of these guys over. I'm not starting any of these guys over Jack Doyle.
Cameron Brate?
No, I'm not. He still only caught 2 balls.
Steven Anderson, the Texans tight end, 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
God, Britt.
I was going to bring him up, though.
Jack Doyle scores a touchdown this week. I'm going to make sure that I roast you next week.
All right.
Can we talk about Steven Anderson real quick, though?
Absolutely.
We'll talk about
Steven Anderson.
I mean, I think he's worth a pickup, especially for tight ends. You
can't just pick up everybody, Matt.
No, if you're streaming tight ends, though, he might not be a bad pickup. With all
the
Texans wide receivers that are hurt.
Yeah, I'll pick him up. I have Zach Ertz. I'll probably pick up Steven.
Fedorowicz is on IR now. They just put him on IR with his 16th concussion of the season.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's an actual fact.
He had 2 in a game.
Yeah, he had back-to-back concussions.
Give him a contract extension too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. But I was saying, with the Texans, all their wide receivers that are hurt, you had Andre Ellington lined up as wide receiver through half the game, who had no clue what routes he was running, and Anderson finally gets his chance. He doesn't catch 1 ball and gets sent to the bench. He's might be worth a pickup.
Pick him up.
Pick him up.
All right, let's go to Britt's boy, wide receiver of the Jaguars, D.D. Westbrook. He's had 25 targets in his 3 games this season.
Wait, why is he my boy?
You like him?
No, I said his rookie cards are valuable.
Oh, when he came back from injury, you were talking about him a lot.
Yeah, I said he might be worth like a stash on the bench.
Okay, so that's your boy.
That's a lot of targets, man. 25 targets.
25 targets, 3 games. That is, if I do my math correctly here.
Wait, hold on. So if I picked up Kamara and he was on my bench, is he my boy since I did it first?
No, you dropped him.
Oh, so if I drop him, he's not my boy anymore?
Once you drop him, you lose your boy rights.
Okay, well, I just dropped D.D. Westbrook. He's not my boy anymore. Because I never had him.
No. He is not. He is still your boy until someone else picks him up. What? Then his rights transfer to the other player. But person.
I never picked up D.D. Westbrook. I don't get this argument, okay? Damn it.
You just said you did.
No, I didn't.
Has Westbrook had that 200-yard game yet he promised us? Has he had 200 yards total?
Yeah, about to say, if you add them all 3 up, maybe. I don't know.
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
All right. Ethan says it's coming.
It's coming. I say that facetiously.
Running back of the Texans, we talked about him, but, I mean, with everybody dying every week for the Texans, he's going to have a big role going forward. Probably get some carries, but definitely catching the balls out of the backfield, even in the slot, and that is Andre Ellington. And I think he fits perfectly with what the Texans are trying to do, actually. And I think he's a guy that should probably keep around for next year.
Yeah, but what does he do that Lamar Miller doesn't? I don't understand why Lamar Miller was out there. I didn't see him very much at all last week.
Yeah.
Well, they threw the ball 49 times.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar can catch the ball, though.
Trust anything like that.
I think Yeah, I don't think I'm picking him up, but maybe in a couple weeks if he keeps doing well.
Couple weeks game.
When you got Alfred Blue back there, you know, getting you 2 yards a carry, how can you pick up a guy like Andre Ellington?
He got hurt too, though.
Oh well, then don't pick up anyone on the Texans because they're going to get hurt. I think that's what you've learned from this.
Yeah, I'm starting DeAndre Hopkins and maybe that Anderson guy.
Look, I just don't see a championship roster having Andre Ellington on.
Oh no way!
I just don't see it. I don't see. I can't see it. Sorry.
That goes back to my original point about picking up defenses rather than most of these guys.
Give away our strategy, man.
I mean, we're both in the playoffs, so we both know our strategy.
All right, I have 2 more names written down. We already talked about one a lot, and that is Josh Gordon. If he's still available, go pick him up. But the wild card here is a quarterback that probably be coming back in about 2 weeks. He's the scout team QB this week, and that is Aaron Rodgers.
Mr. Rodgers.
Mr. Rodgers.
Rodgers.
If
think
you
he's,
follow our Instagram, you would have got that info about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago.
Aaron Rodgers ain't playing.
He's playing.
I think
There's
that's
no sense in putting him out there.
If they keep winning, they have a chance at playoffs.
Who they play this week?
the Browns.
The Browns.
Ooh.
The Browns. They said that Aaron Rodgers could come back week 15.
Yeah, so if they beat the Browns, then he's coming
basically
back.
all comes down to this game, all right?
And they play the
Listen, I'm
Panthers the
not
next week.
putting Aaron Rodgers out there for no reason. Okay.
But if they win this week and they clear Aaron Rodgers for the next week, you have to start him, right?
It depends on who your quarterback is.
Almost
Matt, you have
definitely.
Russell Wilson. You're not starting Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson.
No,
What
but I
about
scooped him up
Drew
because
Brees?
you got to pick him up because you don't want
Drew Brees.
anyone else you're playing against to play him. And you know,
Okay, so
QB goes down.
So I just got to know: is this game in Cleveland
Yes.
or is it
It's in Cleveland.
Okay, I'm calling it right now. This is where the perfect record gets broken up right here.
You think the Browns are
You're
winning?
taking
The Browns are gonna they're gonna cancel
I'll
the
probably
parade.
take the
Whoa.
Browns too. Yeah.
Whoa.
Cancel
We
the
want
parade.
talk about Whataburger, Best. We want to put some Whataburger on this one.
Cancel the
We're still
parade.
owed a Whataburger, I believe.
Yeah, but me
Yeah,
and
I'm
Ethan
saying I
want
want
we
a
want the
double.
spread. We want the spread. What's the spread?
Okay. Yeah. Give me the
I got the
Give me
lines
the
right here.
points
Let me
in
look it up.
Cleveland.
Hmm.
This
It can't be
is
that
called. Yeah, this is gonna be disgusting.
It's Green Bay -3.
Yep, I'll take it.
Yep.
You know what? I'll give you 3 points, Britt.
Ooh.
Okay. Giving it to me and Ethan.
WB baby, let's go.
And then you're
Yep.
gonna give us
So
one.
it's a double or nothing. I'll take
Double or nothing.
the Packers as well. So
Double
Yes,
or
so-
nothing.
If Packers cover 3 points, y'all owe us 2 Whataburgers.
Yeah, but you're getting it all at one time. I'm not making two
I
separate.
don't want
two
I will
meals
get
at
you
once.
2 meals, and that's
then
it.
I'm not betting.
That's the deal.
Then I'm not betting. Then
I will hand feed you your Whataburger. How about
Keller,
that?
what?
okay.
I will
Britt
cut
agrees
it
to
up
that.
into little pieces. The Browns are gonna win. Mark my words. Bold. Put my nuts out there. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh.
and if they win, Matt, you get to poop slap Keller.
Okay, no.
No.
What?
Unless
Nope,
you hand
no
feed
poop
me the
slaps.
Whataburger, I'm not betting. So is this
No.
bet going on the board, Ryan?
Put
Ethan?
it on the board.
So it's just Ryan and Ethan in this one.
Ryan and Matt, Packers -3. Britt and Ethan, Browns +3.
All right, I'm putting it on the board.
Yes, and you will get all your food in one setting.
From you. Yeah, it
Yes.
didn't say that you and Ethan have to get us food at the same time. So if Britt, if you just get me and Matt both of ours at once, and then Ethan, you know.
Yep, I'll get you each taquito.
No, we're gonna put an $8 price limit on this.
I ain't scared. I'll drop 20. I don't give a shit.
Browns aren't winning.
The Browns are gonna win.
You said the Vikings weren't winning last week too,
Yeah.
Keller.
I'm
This
feeling
is-
pretty good.
Moron.
It's on the board.
Feeling pretty good.
It's on the board. He put it on the board.
Feeling pretty good.
Put it on your ass.
All right. While we're still on waiver wires, back to my original point about picking up defenses. I just had a few defenses that you can pick up if you want to stream them. I'm going to go through them real quick. Bills play Indy, then Miami. This week, then next. Not bad. Titans play Arizona, then San Francisco. And Broncos play Jets, then Indy.
I'm not starting the Broncos defense.
Yeah, not playing the Broncos defense.
Yeah, that was just at Indy, though, the next week, might not be bad.
They've been getting toasted, though.
Yeah.
The Dolphins just put up like 40 points on them.
If your league is like our league where you have to choose between the Broncos and like the Browns and all these other shitty defenses, then it might be worth it.
Somehow I looked into the Chargers towards the end of the
Yeah, I got them
a
too.
couple of my leagues, so feels good, man. But I will say, week 15 they do have Kansas City, which is kind of a sketchy deal. So
I got to get past week 14 first.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but I'm feeling good. Got a 50-point advantage over my opponent. So,
well, I got the
50 plus.
Vikings too. I'm streaming Chargers and Vikings between them, so pretty good little.
I had a question for you before we end the show. Since you're
All right.
a Chris Hogan owner, do you have any information on him?
He's still not playing. That's my information.
There you go, not playing. Jordan
As far
Matthews
as I
on
know.
IR, so you're not.
I'm not
playing him
gonna.
either.
I wouldn't start him regardless because I have Hopkins and Jeffries. So
Yeah,
I
no,
would
but
just-
for other people.
I would plan to start somebody else.
I really thought he was going to come back about 3 games ago, and Hoagie, man, he was pretty reliable.
Yeah, he was. He's still chilling out on my bench in a couple of leagues, but here we are. It's Josh Gordon and Marquise Goodwin time. Let's go, boys.
All right, so I think that about wraps it up for week 14.
Woo!
Did we have no viewer questions this week, man?
Oh, we actually had one Instagram question if you want to go through it real quick.
Yeah.
If I still have it pulled up. King X Julian on Instagram asks, Gurley, Kamara, Howard, or Hunt? Pick 3, please.
Bench.
Kamara insta-lock, hard carry you.
Bench
Yeah,
Howard.
Gurley.
Bench Howard?
It's come down to Howard or Hunt, so
Yeah. I'd probably say Howard as well.
I like Hunt's chances better of breaking out than Howard.
I think Hunt's playing Oakland, Howard's playing... We just talked about it. I forgot already.
Who are the Bears playing?
It's a tough matchup.
The
Where's my
Bengals.
car?
Yeah,
Bengals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm benching
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, bench Howard there. That's all we had. I answered most already just through DMs, so...
All right. Well, everybody needs to go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on the iTunes podcast app, Fantasy and Chill.
And wish us luck at the casino this weekend.
Yeah, going to the casino this week. Britt's not, but
Some people got to work.
Oh
Ethan, you want to
darn!
go to the casino?
Somebody got to stay back and make sure shit gets done. So
Yeah, that's what Britt's doing.
thanks for the invite.
That's what I did this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Keep liking the stuff on Instagram. Keep voting on the polls that Matt's doing. Remember, if you're the millionth liker or whatever we said, you get Britt's Ezekiel Elliott card. So tell your friends.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board. Me and Matt will have 2 Whataburgers next week. Looking forward to that. So on that note, good luck in your playoffs this week. If you didn't start playoffs last week, you're for sure starting them this week. Hopefully you got your team ready to go, win that trophy, win some money, and good luck. We'll catch you next week. We out.
Rack 'em.
Chemtrail.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
You stupid. You stupid. What's 9 plus 10? 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 You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid.